Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I hope you are well. The subject for today is the supply chain broken? And also, how do we respond as preppers and how can we mitigate this? And I'm going to lay out 10 things that we thought about here. And most of these are from Mrs. Dawg. So these were the majority of her ideas. So I'll get to that in a little bit. But is the supply chain broken? It sure seems like it in certain areas or depending on your location, possibly. Let's first just take a look at the shortages that we're still seeing. And first of all, lumber, it's just still going up. And there's great debate on why that is. I did some research on it, and it's really difficult to really pinpoint it. But it does seem like a combination of several different things. Uh, they're trying to catch up from the pandemic where there was a low demand for it for a while with home, and then now home building is really picking up or has been picking up when things are trying to recover. So they're trying to play catch up as far as the mills and trying to get workers to come back to those mills. So that seems to be a lot of it, or part of it at least. But whatever the cause, it's gone up over 300% as far as pricing for lumber, which is insane. But it doesn't seem to be coming down, and it probably won't for quite a while, from what I'm reading. I just heard this morning. I'm hearing from several people, several followers, that they are noticing, especially over this past weekend, that at places like Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, those were the main ones mentioned, also Aldi, that they're running low on over-the-counter medicines, not completely out, but just running low, or a lot lower than normal on things like Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, Motrin, also various medicines for heartburn and reflux. So let me know if you're seeing that in your area. It looks like it kind of depends on location. I know I was out and about yesterday, and I noticed I was at Aldi, and I did notice, as far as over-counter meds, they were a little lower than normal. Not completely out, not to where I was like, I need to grab a couple of them, but we're pretty well stocked on that. But let me know what you're seeing on that part as well. So other things, chicken, of course, we've been talking about that is still in short supply, um, more so in some areas than not. You know, I noticed in my area yesterday that the fresh chicken, there was some available, just not as much to choose from, a lot lighter in the inventory or spread out on the racks to make the racks look like they're full. I did notice very low on the frozen chicken and frozen beef. It was almost non-existent at Aldi. So other things, bicycles. If you're trying to buy a bicycle right now, that's kind of short. Hard to find those. Let's see. Semiconductor chips are still an issue, and it's affecting the inventory big time of automakers. Seems like it's affecting the American automakers more so, like Ford and Chevrolet. So I'm not sure what it is there. I did read one place where it said that they thought the Toyota and Honda were better prepared for a chip shortage. But I'm also hearing about Toyota, especially having issues as well, keeping inventory, especially of new vehicles. And this is also wiping out the inventory of used vehicles, because people who are going on the lots trying to find new cars, they can't find what they want, so they're just walking right over to the used car lot, or pre-used, but pre-owned, whatever you want to call it, and wiping that out. So that's making the cost just go up, especially for used vehicles. What else? The other one is labor. Now, is there really a labor shortage? That's a really complex topic. We know that a lot of businesses across all kinds of industries are having a lot of trouble finding people. And that's multifaceted. I know, in my opinion, there's a lot of factors in it, but we know extended unemployment insurance benefits play a part of that. So it's people are staying home more or for a longer period of time rather than going back to work. Some folks aren't really ready to go back, especially if they're in the restaurant business. They're afraid that the lockdowns will come back or restrictions will come back and they'll just get laid off again, trying to find other opportunities or better opportunities for more pay. You've got Child tax credits are coming in, and I think in July. The eviction moratoriums are about to come to an end, I believe, this month. So, things are about to change, I believe, on that, maybe. So, that's still an issue, especially with truck driving. That's been an issue even before COVID and before all of this, but it's even more so now. So those are just a few things that I thought about. A little piece of advice. I would recommend, if you are still getting unemployment benefits or other benefits right now, and you're just putting off that going to work, back to work, I would recommend, if you can, upskill, learn a trade, an in-demand trade, something like healthcare, welding, maintenance, electrician, plumbing, something that's really in demand, or truck driving. If you're able, if you're up for that, something like that. But these are very in-demand type positions. People or companies are just desperate for people. So it's a good time, especially if you're getting benefits right now. It's a good time to learn, upskill, learn something new, and add that to your resume. Okay. So how can we respond, or how do we do to mitigate this? And I got some input, a lot of input from Mrs. Dawg on this. And so, number one, of course, keep stacking, buy canned, on your canned goods, especially. And then if you're able to can things yourself, that's awesome too. But canned meat is probably a good idea right now, to get, so stock up on your protein, peanut butter. DIY it where you can. Do it yourself. Save some money on hiring somebody else out, like a handyman or something like that. We need to keep up our value on our homes. Little things like pressure washing, the landscaping, putting out new mulch or pine straw, things that may not cost a lot of money, something we can do on our own instead of hiring it out, keeping the yard looking good. Things like that to keep that value up and keep the curb appeal up. And it's a good thing to do. Keep up that maintenance. Keep up the maintenance on your vehicles. Keep them in good working order. If you're able, where you live, livestock, even chickens or quail, something like that. Not all of us can do that, depending on where we live, of course. Skip the hair salon. Skip the nail salon. Do that yourself. What you can, cut your own hair if you can, or try or learn. There's a lot of YouTube videos on that. I know Mrs. Dawg does that a good bit. She does her own. It looks good, and she cuts mine as well. So I saved $25 a shot just letting her cut my hair. So little things like that really make a big difference. Sewing. Mrs. Dawg can sew like nobody's business. She makes curtains, clothes, all kind of stuff. She can patch things, patch clothes that are make them last a lot longer. So that's something else as well. Recover furniture instead of buying new furniture. Furniture is super expensive, and it's probably hard to get it right now. Or you have to wait for a while to get something you want. I know Mrs. Dawg had a jewelry cabinet that the legs were broken on it, and she replaced the legs on it herself, painted it, decorated it. It looks awesome. It looks really good. I need to put a picture of that up. But anyway, she did that. So things like that, or chairs, just that can save you a lot of money trying to do that yourself. You can also barter with your skills. Now, she was talking about this, and we've done this for years. We have some friends that we cut Miss Dawg used to groom their dogs. We grooms our own dogs, but we groom their dogs. And then in exchange, when we go on vacation or go somewhere, they would pet sit for our dogs. So just little things like that. If you can barter your skills for other goods with neighbors or friends or anything like that, it works well. Cut the cable. We cut our cable a couple of months ago. Don't miss it. Wish we would have done it earlier. We just have internet where we stream what we want. Okay, we were only watching a couple of different things anyway. So we saved a ton that way. I mean, that's huge. Wish we hadn't waited so long doing that. Shop insurance. If you've been with the same insurance for auto, home, whatever, for a long time, that's something we don't think about a lot of times. We shop around, see what else, especially if you're a lower risk. If you haven't had an accident in years or hadn't had a claim in a while, you might be able to get a lot better price somewhere else if you just look around. And where you can, we talk about this a lot, but grow what you can. Extend your garden or start a garden. Never too late to start one. Even if you don't, if you're in an apartment, grow something in a pot, or have one tomato plant will make a difference. Or if you have a little patio area outside or a deck or something like that, every little bit helps to prevent you from having to buy something somewhere else. So anyway, that's about all I have right now. Let me know what you think. Those are just some inflation hacks that she came up with, and I did a little bit too. But let me know what you're doing. I probably missed out on some things, but share your thoughts on that. And if you're seeing other shortages out there, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments. Take care. God bless you. See you soon.